Hello, I'm Areima, and today I didn't necessarily want to show you some gameplay. Instead, I wanted to have a conversation with the people who are subscribed to my channel. First of all, before I get started, my Discord server is live now. It's a great little community place to try and either chat with me or other members of the community, share builds, talk about the games that we've been featuring on the channel, etc. Check it out. The Discord link is going to be in the description of this video and of every video from now on. However, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about why I joined YouTube and what I plan on doing with YouTube. I have been monetized on YouTube for just over a month now. And in the 7 or 8 months that I have been on YouTube, since about July 19th is the first video that I ever posted. Ever since the first video, I have gone through transition after transition of different things that I thought I wanted to do on YouTube. Whenever I first started, it was because I enjoyed streaming video games for my friends, single player video games, and having them watch. And there was just something innately more enjoyable about having someone watch and see the cool things I was doing and discuss it with me than it was to play those single player games by myself. And there was something about recording that sort of got that same feeling for me, that feeling of this has more of a purpose than just me completing a video game solo that no one else is ever going to see. I'm experiencing it myself, I'm entertaining other people, etc., etc. And in the last 7 or 8 months now, I have come to realize that YouTube is sort of a perfect passion career for me. It combines my creativity, my desire to do writing, which I will be getting into with edited videos in the future, my love of video games and art and the culture behind video games and art, my love of hard games, my love of being skilled at challenging video games, and most of all, just being able to share and entertain people. That's the more important part there. I love being able to entertain people, and I get filled with joy whenever people say that they really enjoyed my videos. It really does uplift me. More so than seeing those video numbers or view numbers or subscriber numbers go up is more just those comments that say, hey, I enjoyed this, or hey, I bought this game after seeing you play this. So the question is, where do I plan on going and how do I plan on getting there? I don't know where I'm going. I have a goal, and that is to become a full-time YouTuber. That is often the goal of everyone who goes on YouTube, so nothing special there. However, I don't know how I plan on getting there yet. And I want to tell you guys that I don't know my plan, because it means that you guys will understand, hopefully, whenever you realize that I'm being experimental. I did the math the other day, and I realized that at my current subscriber count, and I'll post this on screen, at my current subscriber count, if I wanted to hit my goal, which is somewhere around 100,000 or whatever it takes somewhere near there in order to do this full time and quit my job, I would take something in the range of 17 years at my current progress. Now, up until I did this math, it seemed like my progress was really fast in comparison to other people that I was comparing myself to. It seemed like I was doing really good and that like my first few months on YouTube were amazing, and I felt a pressure because of that feeling like I was doing a good job, that once I realized that I wasn't doing good enough to reach my goal within a feasible and reasonable amount of time, it actually took that pressure off and went, okay, well, if 500 subs a month gets me to 1,000 in like 16 years and it's completely unfeasible, then if I want to hit my goal, I have to experiment. I have to try new things, which I wanted to do anyways, but now I had the permission to do it because it means that I'm not going to screw things up by experimenting. In fact, I would screw things up by maintaining what little status quo I had generated already. That being said, I do plan on still posting videos daily. I'm not going to be one of those people who transitions to once a week. I don't know if I'm going to be posting like 90 episode series or 500 episode series because I tend to get not bored, but I tend to feel complete with a game after about 50 to 60 videos, I've noticed. And like that's normally like pushing. There's only a few games that have ever reached that for me. I am looking forward to making more longer edited, created things, more artistic and creative outputs on YouTube. And that means that my daily content, the stuff that I just upload once a day, will also probably alternatively have less editing because I need to save that creative energy for the larger projects. I do plan on doing maybe some guides. I've played with that a little bit with Risk of Rain, and I put a absolutely hellish amount of work into the first guide that I made, and it was probably the worst performing video at the time, but it was a learning experience, and I actually don't regret doing it even in the slightest because I learned so much about editing just for that one video that, like, a lot of the things that I did in that video, I can now do quicker, more efficiently, and I actually just don't do some of the things that I did when I was making that video. So, what does it take for me to get to my goal? Well, it takes 3 things that I can think of. First of all, is that I am going to have to learn to do new things, which is one of the reasons I got into this in the first place. I love to learn to do new things. So that's just going to happen naturally. Check. Second, I need to figure out a way to expand this community and continue to learn YouTube and continue to have you guys, do interact with me and make sure that I maintain the people that I have gained. It's a balance between stuff that I want to do and the stuff that is popular, but I'm never going to lean too hard on the stuff that is popular. I don't want to just be another channel that just uploads every single day and just continues to play games without ever really kind of like hitting those spikes of attention of just like, oh, wow, this is a fantastic thing that people will remember for a long time. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy being kind of like that, at least on my daily content, being that kind of person that's just like, you chill and you watch and you hang out and you watch me play video games and maybe play along. That's very nice, but like, that's not all I want to do. And then the third thing is that, and I hate to talk about it, but because I feel like there's like at least in the US, there is the stigma against it. But I do need to get to the point where I make enough money off of YouTube. And as it stands, as I'll have shown my stats on the screen at some point here, you'll clearly see that in my first month, I made enough that I bought some coffee with it and some lunches. And I think I bought groceries once, but like, it's not enough money to live off of. So I need to get better. Right? Alternatively, Patreon and YouTube memberships will also help a lot because those will bring in kind of a consistent source of revenue that are not hinged entirely on the holy view, right? Because YouTube money is entirely based off of views. And if I go to make a longer project, then I might be sacrificing the quality of video to video and the amount of effort I put in order to do a larger video. And if that larger video does badly, then the lack of views means that I essentially put a whole bunch of effort in for not much reward, and I will potentially lose out on some value. And I don't want to have that pressure whenever it comes to being creative. But at the same time, there's absolutely no need, no requirement for anyone to join Patreon or YouTube memberships. The reason I wanted to mention them is because if you do, it is something that I will greatly appreciate, and it is something that's, if I did enough of that, then I don't have to try as hard to do the popular things on YouTube. I don't have to try as hard to satisfy these algorithm eldritch gods that rule over us through digital liminal spaces. I'm also going to be trying to find ways, and have a discussion going on Discord about this right now, about finding ways to make Patreon and YouTube memberships interesting for people so that you guys are getting something out of it as well. As it stands right now, both groups do have access to a members-only chat on Discord, but that members-only chat is not really that big of a deal because I kind of just talk to everyone on Discord anyways. That's kind of where we are. I do still enjoy this right now, what I'm doing right now. Sitting in a room by myself, staring at the art on my wall and talking to myself. But I know you guys are going to be listening, or at least some people. So I'm not going to quit this anytime soon. I've been rambling now, and I might cut some of this out, so who knows. But the basis is, this is where we are, and this is where I'm going. And if you want to join me along with the ride, then give me a like, comment, subscription. If you have ideas or suggestions of things that you would like to see with my channel, and if you've been around for a while, then you've probably seen my trajectory so far, please talk about it in the comments. I will read and respond to every single comment in this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope this transparency helps you guys in some way, or maybe like empathizes you with where I am and how YouTube is actually as hard as every single YouTuber keeps telling you it is. It's not just something that I just pick up and play video games. I probably spend 70 hours a week on this. And I have a full-time job and a fiance and a life, to be honest. I do like tabletops and play video games with my friends. Rambling again. We're going to end here. I'll catch you next time.